It's Pepsi North America Cup night here at Woodbine Mohawk Park. The fans are ready to rock, and I hope you are too, because our coverage on TSN starts now.
Captain Treacherous rushes up on the far outside.
Here's the Dragon on the outside. Here the Dragon on the outside gives Miller back-to-back Pepsi North America Cups. They're not going to catch him. Lather up continues to roll, and he's rolled to a Pepsi North America Cup triumph. Captain Crunching Theron with a rebound.
Tall Dark Stranger answers the bell and wins the Pepsi North America Cup.
September is a big month for harness racing in Canada, and no race is bigger than this one tonight. It is a beautiful evening, the temperature in the low 20s, got a little bit of wind, and more importantly, the fans are back in the stands. 10 three-year-old pacers are getting set for Mohawk's marquee event. It's the 38th edition of the Pepsi North America Cup. We are so happy to be here live on site, and we've got the best seats in the house right at track level. I'm Laura Dykin, joined alongside Jason Portwando. And Jason, the two of us were here last year. End of August, we saw Tall Dark Stranger take home the title, but this year's definitely got a different feel to it.
It does. I haven't moved, by the way, since last night.
No.
The different feel, it's all around us. It's all about the fans. More on that in a second, but how did we get to tonight? The journey started out with 72 horses being nominated. 14 took part in 2 eliminations. Tonight we have a top 10 headlined by those two. Canada's Bulldog Hanover, United States of America's Perfect Sting. And oh yeah, the big stars, they always come out in prime time, right? Dexter Dunn, Jody Jamieson, Doug McNair, Dave Miller, just to name a few. Some of the top teamsters on the planet. And oh yes, the fans, this is what it's all about, to witness yet another Canada-US battle, and we've seen a bunch of those recently, Laura, whether it be on the ice, whether it be on the pitch, whether it be on the US Open courts. And yeah, we're gonna get Mohawk tonight as the backdrop, and there is a look at Bulldog going through his pre-race routine with Jack Darling in the bike.
And he is the favorite here, as we're just over half an hour away from showtime at Woodbine Mohawk Park. We brought in the heavy hitters for tonight's show. First up, let's say hello to Chad Rosema.
Excited for one of the best nights in all of harness racing, and I'm going to get to catch up with some of the top contenders in here. We've got Brad Grant, who's trying desperately to win this race because it's right in his own backyard. He's got 3 chances, including the top dog, Bulldog Hanover. I also will catch up with the Buckeye, Dave Miller. That Hall of Famer is making his 20th appearance in the NA Cup, and he's looking for his 3rd win aboard Perfect Sting. We've got Emily Agard on track. Emily, what are you up to tonight?
Well, it's Mohawk's biggest night, and I am so excited to be part of it, where I'll be bringing you behind the scenes of tonight's Pepsi North America Cup. And something I did want to mention to everyone is the Dark Horse Bets app. Now, it is so fun and so easy to use. You can play along at home while you watch, and it's like having a betting coach in your pocket, which absolutely, yes. Now, here's the thing. If you do download the app right now, your first $30 is on us to try it out. So if you want to go ahead, download it, play along, and enjoy, please feel free to do so.
All right, Emily, let's meet the starting lineup. Number 1 is Jimmy Connor B. He RSVP'd to tonight, finishing 4th in his elimination on the strength of a 25-2 final quarter. Winless in his previous season, Jimmy has rebounded with 4 wins in 2021.
Greg McNair, James McDonald will drive. This guy 5th in his elimination. He's got a pretty good late kick as well.
There's only $1 million man in the field. His name is Perfect Sting. He was resilient in the 2nd elim, taking checkers in 149-4. This 14-time winner has been the favorite in 17 of 19 starts.
Post 4 starter Bulldog Hanover was the other elimination winner, and he's the morning line favorite coming into this race, riding a 4-race win streak. Incredible how he was able to win last time out, given he didn't have the speed to chase down, but Jody Jamieson got him there for Jack Darling.
And he looks good. Which Way to the Beach gave perfect sting. A big-time fight last Saturday night, but came up just short. He's been a consistent performer this season, missing the top 2 only once.
Number 6, Desperate Man. He has got a lethal late kick, and he is knocking on the door. 3 straight runner-up finishes, including last week in the elimination, with a world record back half of 51-3.
Number 7 is Simon Says Hanover, part of a 3-pronged attack for Team Alanya. He surprised many just 1 week ago, taking home the 4th place check at 41-1, and will look for another slice of the purse.
The 8, Abucabet Hanover, was a good rallying third in his elimination last week. He's got a good track record here at Mohawk Park, winning 3 of 4 last year.
Rocky Road Hanover completes the Alanya trifecta after a 3rd place finish in the opening elimination. He's had 1 lifetime start from post 9, and yes, it was a winning one. Can history repeat itself?
And the outside draw on this new slanted gate is 10 Southwind Gendry, the richest 2-year-old last season with over $580,000 stashed away. He's always been right there in the big dances and will need a great trip from this outside post.
Well, the Pepsi North America Cup isn't the only big race happening tonight at Mohawk. We've got a bonus race coming up, the William Wellwood Memorial, and here's what it's all about.
And it's Honest Streak coming into the stretch. Honest Streak is upset-minded. Honest Streak upsets in the William Wellwood Memorial.
While it may seem like the undercard on a night headlined by the prestigious Pepsi North America Cup, it's become a very unique opportunity with respect to the Mohawk Million. After a successful inaugural edition, the Mohawk Million returns for a 2nd year. This major for aspiring rookie 2-year-olds follows a buy-in format. Owners take a chance by purchasing 9 of the 10 spots in the race many months before they can predict who from their stable may even run in the event, at the cost of $100,000. What's more intriguing is once they've bought the spot, they truly own it. As such, the post position is available for sale, trade, or lease right up until just a week before the race, when all entries have to be declared. Now that 10th and final spot up for grabs in the Mohawk Million will be awarded to the winner of tonight's William Wellwood. The winning horse will hold the one and only golden ticket into the big dance, free of charge. Talk about hot to trot. They'll have staked nothing but have an equal shot at the biggest slice of the purse. $500,000 goes to the winner of the Mohawk Million, set to run just 2 weeks from now on Saturday, September 25th.
So a very big race coming up, our bonus race here on our Pepsi North America Cup night at Mohawk. King of the North, the early favorite, the morning favorite at 3-1, and continues to be so, Jason. 1-2 now the odds as we take a look at the field.
Facing adversity for the first time, actually, in his young, budding career, did not compete up to par, and tasted defeat for the first time, but the public right now thinking, Chad, he will bounce back, the definitive favorite at 1-2.
You know what, I think the big thing for him, he had just about a month between races. He probably needed it. The connections, even though he didn't win his elimination, they still got a good post position draw for him tonight. I think there is a great chance that he is going to bounce back.
And looking at the picks by Jason and Chad, you both think that the favorite can be beat.
We're just trying to beat the favorite. I've been a huge fan of Duly Resolved since day one. In fact, his first ever win was right here on this network, one of our Friday night shows, Racing Night Live. So Chad's going to go to a bit of an upsetter as well, but we both definitely respect the favorite.
It is such a big day, one of many coming up this month at Mohawk. $3 million card, and this one, the William Wellwood Memorial, part of that. Let's say hello for the very first time this evening to our track announcer here at Mohawk. Here's Ken Middleton with the call.
Here at odds of 3-5. It's post time. On a break 7, Twinbee Archie. Twinbee Archie off stride. Here they come.
They're off and trotting. Let's Do It S from the extreme outside is rocketing out of there. Coming out with that one alongside his Pretender now. Pretender in the center, gunning his way to the front for Gingras. Let's Do It S on the outside. Trots on to challenge here as Pretender gets a little bit sideways going in that turn there. As they march to the turn, it's Let's Do It S to grab the top. Pretender's in the pocket spot. Dropped over third, went Temporal Hanover. There's Periculum up close early from in fourth. Duly Resolved is fifth. Sixth inside to King of the North. Racing further back to World at War Deo seventh. Eighth away at the rail is Explosion. 2 more lengths back to Southwind Domino. Quarter time 28 and 3. And we've got action. T-Trick is right lined Temporal Hanover. And Temporal Hanover darts to the front. Back into second, Let's Do It S. Sitting third to the outside. Here comes Periculum now. Pretenders racing fourth. Duly Resolved is edging out of fifth here for Macdonell. Further back we go to find King of the North, and off stride went Periculum in a backstretch battle. 57 and 2 the opening half. They race to the final turn. Temporal Hanover leads the way. Now he'll deal with Duly Resolved, who's first over and driving. That elimination winner, Duly Resolved, is on the outside, knocking on the door with 3/8 of a mile to go. Let's Do It S in the pocket spot. King of the North swelling up on cover. Second over from in fourth and ready to strike. Inside is Pretender. He'll need some final turn for Essing as he gets really ill-gated. Nope, Gingras lost the battle. Pretender's on the run. 3/4 of a mile, and it's Temporal Hanover leading. Duly Resolved on the outside in second, coming to his bridle at 3/4 in 1:25 and 3. Still there with the lead. Temporal Hanover, Duly Resolved on the outside. Off cover now comes King of the North, shooting through up the inside. Let's Do It S, deep stretch. Duly Resolved and Macdonell clear. King of the North on the outside, still trying to trot up late and get him. Duly Resolved digs in. King of the North on the outside with a final push. King of the North. Yes, he is. King of the North reaching up to win for McDonald. Takes the William Wellwood Memorial in 1:54 and 2.
So it was the heavy favorite, King of the North, becoming King of the North and the winner of the William Wellwood Memorial here at Mohawk. Duly Resolved making quite a charge and making things interesting there down the stretch.
A lot of movement down the backside here. We pick things up. Temporal Hanover, Tim T-Trick realizing, you know what, I got to get a move on here. And Chad's horse made a first brush, Chad, after this, but then off stride he went.
Yeah, the trio of Melander trained horses, they were all trying to get position well, but yeah, he made a break. But this horse, King of the North, although it maybe wasn't pretty, he's drifting again. He's still determined, and he has shown that early in his career. He is just determined to win, and now he stamps himself a spot in that $1 million event.
And no shame, Duly Resolved finishing second to that champion. Ran a heck of a race.
So the Mohawk Million field is now set. That will go September the 25th. King of the North, the winner of the William Wellwood Memorial. Well, this was the appetizer, if you will, the William Wellwood Memorial ahead of the main event, that being the Pepsi North America Cup. King of the North, the favorite, showing his worth here and punching his ticket into the Mohawk Million field.
Drifted a bit, as Chad talked about, on the other side of the pause, but they never ask you how, just how many. And this guy is legit. I'm not sure about the name, because we don't see a lot of him on our side of the 49th, but he truly is the King of the North tonight.
May change things, absolutely. So King of the North, our first winner here on our TSN coverage of the Pepsi North America Cup. So now it is time for us to start focusing on the main event. And with a behind-the-scenes look, let's go back to Emily.
So right now I am here with one of tonight's parade ponies, Sniper, and Sniper is owned by Joanne Colville. Hi, Joanne.
Hello.
And if you're wondering what they do on nights like tonight, the list is truly endless. It's everything from walking the racehorses before the race to keep them settled, looking for and removing anything from the track. They also make sure the equipment is in order during the post-parade. And then on bigger race nights like tonight's Pepsi North America Cup, they carry a flag. So I think it's pretty safe to say that this parade pony plays an important role in the races.
The gate swings off the turn and into the stretch. It's the Pepsi North America Cup from Mohawk Park. And it's Tall Dark Stranger on top of the lead, just over a length. Here from the pocket spot, breathing fire is Tattoo Artist now. Tall Dark Stranger put to a drive by Gingras. Tattoo Artist on the outside, trying to get to him. Tall Dark Stranger at the inside. Tall Dark Stranger answers the bell and wins the Pepsi North America Cup.
So that was was last year's festivities here at Woodbine Mohawk Park. And it was Tall Dark Stranger becoming just the 4th favorite to win in the last 12 races. Ontario Sire, and we have seen some history here. And not long ago either, Captain Crunch posting our fastest time at Mohawk.
Driven by Scott Zeron. And as for the favorite stat you mentioned, 16 favorites overall have won this race, clicking at 43%.
Well, Bulldog Hanover continues to be the favorite. He's looking to win his first Pepsi North America Cup. Here's Chad with owner Brad Grant.
Brad, you know, last year, Tall Dark Stranger, you were the underbidder on that NE Cup champ as a baby. This year, you're back with 3 horses at a chance at this big prize, including the favorite who you, in the offseason, got a deal together with owner Jack Darling. Tell me about how that came together.
Well, I like the colt. I knew what he did last year, and called him one day. I was coming home from work, and we had a 5-minute conversation and worked out a deal.
As simple as that. Yep. Now you've got, as I mentioned, 3 good ones in here, led by Bulldog Hanover. How badly do you want to win this race?
Well, I mean, it's our Kentucky Derby, so obviously I want to win it. Plus the fact that 20 years ago this year, my dad won it with Bettor's Delight, and I remember that night he said, "Do you want to hold the trophy?" And I told him I'd win my own. So it's time.
It is time. We appreciate your time. You are an easy guy to root for, Brad. All the best.
Thank you very much. All right.
So there's the owner of Bulldog Hanover. In the bike tonight on Bulldog Hanover will be Jody Jamieson, who is looking to win his 3rd Pepsi North America Cup. And boy, does he have some fond memories of this race.
Winning the North America Cup is one of the biggest races in the world. It's the biggest race for 3-year-old pacing colts in North America. And to win it is an amazing experience. It used to be right around the same weekend as Father's Day, and I got to win it for my dad the last time. So that was amazing. I think this is our year. We're willing to pull out all the stops to win it, and we plan on it.
It's something unreal. When you're young, you dream about racing in them races, and when you finally get a chance to do it, it's just really amazing. My dad won the North America Cup years ago. That would be very special for me to have a father and son combination winning the North America Cup.
Sylvain Filion getting set for his 7th Pepsi North America Cup. Has never won before. Perhaps tonight is the night. Which way to the beach is where he will be. That one getting some money right now, Jason, at 7-1 as we take a look at the most up-to-date odds, and we're just about 17 minutes away from race time.
No surprise, Bulldog, a clear favorite right now at 1-2. He is right beside the other elimination winner in Perfect Sting. And how important is it to win the elimination? Well, 21 of the 37 editions have been won by an elimination winner, so they're going to get a lot of support. Others getting nibblings like Which Way to the Beach, Desperate Man, and Southwind Ginger. I know Post 10 is a tough test, it's a tough ask, but it's not impossible. Now with this new slanted gate, with more on this, here is The Angles with Paul Savalaggio.
The Pepsi North America Cup. It's a rumble. Under the lights tonight, they'll be stomping and spinning over crushed stone in a 1-mile race contested over a concave 7/8 mile track. Horses and drivers battling down straightaways on a 6-degree slant, leading into and out of 2 turns that tilt at a 12-degree angle. The slope aids in rainy day drainage, but it also helps the drivers and horses sustain their momentum into the stretch, despite having to race farther on the outside paths. Now, how about the extreme outside? It doesn't get much farther and more difficult than starting the North America Cup from post position 10. Yeah, it's more related to its Roman numeral. In the 27 years since the Pepsi North America Cup has allowed a field of 10, that spot has never won. With so much ground to cover into the first turn, that horse and driver often ends up out of contention. Well, that was the past. Racing officials at Woodbine Mohawk Park have now tilted the wings on the starting truck so the outside horses begin a little further up the track. So tonight, if that 10 horse can blast early speed, the driver may have a more competitive shot at $1 million in prize money. Now, don't get me wrong, having post position 10 still stinks. It just stinks a little less now. And as a result, I may be more inclined to put a 10 down on my ticket. Good luck with yours. For The Angles, I'm Paul Salvalaggio.
Going to the inside, perfect sting right now at odds of 4-1. David Miller, the driver, caught up with our Chad Rosema.
Dave, you're getting set to drive in your 20th Pepsi North America Cup. I mean, are there any nerves or emotions going in still, you know, at this point in your career?
Oh, sure. You know, it's definitely a race. It's a major race. It's definitely a race I want to win. You know, and yeah, I mean, yeah, I get keyed up. You know, I'm looking forward to it, excited about it, and yes.
Tell me about the decision that, you know, you wanted to draw post 3 inside of Bulldog Hanover, the other elimination winner.
Yeah, you know, after watching him race last week, and I was pretty impressed with his effort there he put in. And, you know, if it happened to work out where I could get to the lead and he would come, I would definitely follow him. You know, that's my game plan going in. And, you know, it's always subject to change, and we'll, you know, deal with it then.
And I know, Dave, you warmed him up yourself tonight. How was he?
Oh, he's fine. He's feeling really good. He's a big kid out there. He doesn't really take it too serious till he gets to the starting gate. He loves to play around and jump around, and just he's having fun.
Good luck as you go for your 3rd Pepsi North America Cup.
Oh, thank you.
The winner of tonight's Pepsi North America Cup is going home with this beautiful trophy right here. As you can see, it is heavily embellished in gold decoration, 22 carats to be exact, and it really plays off the traditional old Amari pattern. Now, Amari is also known as Arita ware, which was first produced in the 1600s in the Japanese town of Arita. And the most frequently used Amari patterns are usually blue, reddish orange, and gold, but when it comes to the creation and design of old Amari trophies like this one right here, intricate borders and plenty of gold details are very, very important. So yes, tonight's winner is going to have quite the photo op with this beauty right here.
All right, Emily, thank you. And the countdown is on. We're now only 13 minutes away from post time for the 2021 Pepsi North America Cup.
Captain Treacherous rushes up on the far outside. Fear the Dragon on the outside. Fear the Dragon on the outside gives Miller back-to-back Pepsi North America Cups. They're not going to catch him. Lather Up continues to roll, and he's rolled to a Pepsi North America Cup triumph. Captain Crunching Xeron with a rebound. Tall Dark Stranger answers the bell and wins the Pepsi North America Cup.
Well, the trumpets have sounded, so you know what that means. It's post-parade and time to get a closer look at all 10 horses in the field.
First up, Jimmy Connor B. Only horse born in Ontario, owned by Greg McNair of Guelph and Grand Slam Stable of Walkerton. All 4 of this gelding's victories have come right here at Woodbine Mohawk Park. The father-son team of trainer Greg and driver Doug McNair are both seeking that first ever NA Cup victory. And in case you're wondering, father and son have done it before. The Jamesons come to mind with Told It All. There is number 1 right now at a big price of 65 to 1, Chad.
We're going to get a look at 2 Better Son. Next, there he is. Greg McNair also sending this one out for the ownership of Willow Oak Ranch and Greg himself. James McDonald, our top driver this year, is driving in his 2nd straight Pepsi North America Cup. He made his debut last year, finishing 7th. Better Son, a $30,000 yearling purchase. Number 4, Bulldog Hanover's the next one. We're going to see the heavy favorite riding that 5-race win streak coming in. Jody Jameson, a 2-time winner of the NA Cup, taking it back in 2007 and 2011, will drive for Jack Darling, who's looking for his 2nd, but this is his first Cup final since 2000.
Which Way to the Beach is the 5, co-owned by Alan Johnston of Syracuse, New York, and John Craig of North York. His trainer, Brett Pelling, has a field best 3 cups from just 6 starters. Driver Sylvain Fillion's best finish was a 2nd back in 1999 with Goliath Bayama.
Here's the 6, Desperate Man, and all of Arthur, Ontario will be cheering these connections. Trevor driving. We've got Kathy and John Chakeen along with their kids. That wedding gift could turn into a huge little payday here for Desperate Man.
There's the 7, Simon Says Hanover, owned by Riverview Racing LLC. Brad Grant, Ken Jacobs, Plouffe Head, and VJ Stable, trained by Tony Alagna, who hoisted the cup with this horse's dad. Back in 2013, driver Scott Zeron took the title 2 years ago in 2019.
Well, this is the second year in a row that Tony Alagna has had 3 starters in the NA Cup. Here's the second one. It's the 8, a bucket bet Hanover, a son of betting line for Crawford Farms Racing, Alagna Racing, Jablonski Held Stable, Barbara Weineck Stable. Tony training, as mentioned, Andrew McCarthy looking for his first win in this event.
There's the 9, Rocky Road Hanover, shares the same ownership as Simon Says Hanover, the group from Florida, New York, and Ontario. In fact, it's the same trainer too. We talked of Tony Alagna back in 2013. He does the play calling with this one. Driver Dexter Dunn was second in 2019, his only NA Cup drive.
The 10 is Southwind Genry. Yannick Gingras waited a while for that first NA Cup victory, but he got it last year with Tall Dark Stranger. Ron Burke has already won this race, and he is the all-time leading trainer by wins and money earned, and it's not even close. This will be his 11th starter rather in here. Yannick Gingras looking for that repeat.
So there's one that has eluded us, but we will find him. We promise.
Kind of important one too, right? Yeah.
Well, Dave said he likes to play, right? Likes to have fun, and there he is. Perfect sting. When you've made $1 million, you can run, but you cannot hide. He's a homebred for Brittany Farms of Versailles, Kentucky, and Valdor Farms in Spring Lake, New Jersey. Hall of Fame driver Dave Miller was actually 0 for 15 before taking the cups of 2016 and 17. Hall of Fame trainer Joe Holloway won the 92 edition as well.
All right, so we got them all in. There are the 10 that will be competing in this year's Pepsi North America Cup. We got to check in with Emily now, who has some information when it comes to the Dark Horse Bets app.
Now, if you haven't had a chance to download Dark Horse Bets just as of yet, I am going to show you how easy it really, truly is. You still have some time. So let's go ahead. We're going to make a bet here. Now, you have an option to bet with money, bet with coins. I'm going to go ahead and bet with coins. You have the option of picking win, place, or show. I think I'm going to go with a win, actually. Let's click on win here. And then we can scroll up. Looks like I picked a horse, but what you can do is you can scroll through to pick which horse you would like to bet on. So I think I'm gonna go with Bulldog Hanover. I'm playing it safe. There we go. Got it picked there. There we go. And then the next step is that you set your bet amount. So I think I'm gonna go with 2 coins, and we're gonna click on next. And we're going to place our bet with an estimated payout of $330. Just like that. It is so simple to use Dark Horse, and it's such an easy way to get in on the races from home.
Exactly. You can have fun while you're watching along from home, and Bulldog Hanover definitely a popular selection here this evening. Not long to go now. The main event is coming up shortly, and everything is looking a-okay when you're looking at the body language, right, Jason?
Oh, he is just an amazing looking physical specimen, and he just dapples under the unnatural lighting. Jody Jamieson right now, he's in the catbird seat. You know, all eyes are on him, and Chad, obviously it's a lot of pressure. Others are trying to take him down, but he would, wouldn't want to change seats with anybody else.
No, and you know what? He's had to overcome some tough trips along the way to get here also. And Bulldog Hanover has been able to overcome it. He is just a special, special horse. But for the connections of this one, Jason, Desperate Man, I mean, I kind of alluded to it, the wedding gift, Kathy and John's kids, Nicole and Paul Davies, their son-in-law. It was either we'll give you some money for a down payment on a house, or we'll give you half the horse.
Wow, what a story. And hey, girl power.
Yeah.
Last couple of cups won by trainer Nancy Tactor. Well, Kathy, this is her first ever North America Cup starter. And you know what's kind of funny as well? So Jimmy Tactor, Hall of Famer, has never won and never will win an NA Cup as a trainer. He's retired now. But his daughter, perfect 2 for 2, Nancy.
Kathy becoming the 10th female trainer to start at a Pepsi North America Cup. And perfect sting, we heard earlier from David Miller, well, he said that he was very impressed with the elimination by Bulldog Hanover, saying, quote, I definitely think he's the horse we got to beat.
He's right. and Dave Miller, he's sitting in a pretty good spot as well, Chad. I mean, I thought he was beat last week, and he said, no, not just yet, and he fought back to win.
Yeah, they kind of had a bit of an equipment alteration. The horse was wearing a kind of bridle where they could sort of pop out, holes for him to see when they wanted him to see. And it happened to work because he responded and came back on for the win. But, Dave Miller, over the years, Jason, he's one of the best big money drivers in the game. I know it took him a long time to win this race, but once he did in 2016, he came right back to win it again in 2017.
Perfect Sting, dead heated for a victory at the Breeders' Crown last year, and it's been a key event for horses winning that race and then going on to win this race. 4 of them have done it, Laura, and he'll look to obviously make it 5.
Well, let's take a look now at Rocky Road, Hanover, and one of the major storylines that you touched on at the top of the show, Jason, USA versus Canada, and this one, another US-based horse.
And he's at least got some confidence in terms of facing Perfect Sting, because he's beat him before, and that was, an event where some kind of expected a chat. It wasn't a huge upset at the Cane Pace, just over 3-1.
Yeah, and he's a good horse. And last week in the elimination, it was more the way the race was playing out. When Dexter put this horse on the lead, I think he thought the favorite or someone else was going to come and take it from him and he could follow, because this horse is definitely better when he's got a helmet to chase down, and that'll likely be the trip tonight. Dexter Dunn, we know he has just been a sensation since making the move here to North America. Raced in this contest one other time 2 years ago with Bettor's Wish, second best.
What we're trying to say is this: clearly the one to beat is Bulldog. Yeah. But if you don't want that Hanover horse at a small number, there are some options.
Okay, well, we're getting closer and closer to race time here at Woodbine Mohawk Park, so it's time to put all of us, the commentators, on the spot. It's pick time. First up, Emily.
So I might start a trend here. I think I'm going to go with 4 Bulldog Hanover. He's won 6 of 8 this season, 10 of 14 in his career. That's enough to impress me. Laura, who do you got?
Emily, I'm not going off the board. I don't think Bulldog Hanover can be beat, so that is the pick. And Ontario Sire makes it 2 years in a row winning the Pepsi North America Cup. Ken, up in the booth, who do you like?
Well, call me an animal lover, call me Captain Obvious, but Bulldog Hanover for me, guys. Jody Jamieson, Jack Darling, both have won this race in the past. I think that's key. Home field advantage, the horse has never been better, peaking at the right time with the big money on the line. It's Bulldog Hanover for this guy. Chad, how about you?
Ken, I got to keep riding with you guys. Bulldog Hanover, he is the local standout. Jody Jamieson says it's the best horse he's ever driven, so I think he gets his 3rd win in the Pepsi North America Cup. But Jason, I know you and your allergy to the favorites. Who do you got?
Well, the Jacksons had 5. Bulldog Hanover now has 5. Usually I'm the contrarian, but not this time around. He is just a little bit too good, in my opinion. Looked sensational last week. Let's keep the money right here in Canada. Bulldog Hanover.
Sometimes if you can't beat him, you got to join him. And Chad mentioned it, Jody Jamieson saying, I think he might be the best horse I've ever driven, and I don't say that lightly. Jody Jamieson saying this is the best 3-year-old pacer in North America, and I guess now he's got a shot to prove it.
Jack's won it. Jody's won it. Brad spoke with Chad earlier tonight. He's never won it, and Chad, you and I both know he has done so much for this racing game. If anybody's kind of owed one, kind of feel like it's Brad.
He does a lot for the racing game and outside the racing game. I mean, he is just an all-around awesome dude. He really is, and I love seeing him out here, and it's his own backyard. Root for him. He's had some great horses, but this might be the best one yet. And as I mentioned in the interview with him, he's just an easy guy to root for.
Bulldog Hanover, no surprise, continues to be the heavy favorite here at 3-5. The 3 Perfect Stings taking in some money, as well as the 5 and the 6. So it'll be interesting. I mean, I know where we all went, but the race is the race, and we'll just have to wait and see what happens.
Great point, because things don't always translate from the program page to the racetrack, and if things get kind of funky and, those 2 battle each other into submission, maybe it sets it up for somebody else, like a Which Way to the Beach or a Desperate Man. So although it looks to be a slam dunk according to the elimination and the program, you're right. You still got to go out there and do it on the racetrack.
And the big thing, again, as we keep kind of harping on this, last year, no fans were here. It was just, some of the family and obviously the connections involved. And a lot of these drivers saying afterwards that that was the big thing that was missing. So it'll be interesting to see, again, just kind of the swell of the crowd and how things are going there. So it is almost showtime. The 38th edition of the Pepsi North America Cup is about to get underway. So here once again, track announcer Ken Middleton with the call.
A 149 score in his elimination a week ago. It's the way he did it and where he did it from and the manner in which he did it that is so impressive. They'll look to keep the ball rolling tonight for trainer Jack Darling, driver Jody Jamieson. They have had Pepsi North America Cup success in the past. 3-1 on next door neighbor 3 Perfect Sting. Off that 149-4 elimination win last week, he kicked home in 25-4. A serious group of sophomores are on the gate for the Pepsi North America Cup. They're off and pacing. Rocky Road Hanover from the outside is rolling out of there as Dunn commands him to go for and get that lead. Down the center, which way to the beach will pocket up early. And here outside third is Bulldog Hanover. Jamieson will waste no time, no dilly-dallying here. Bulldog Hanover's charging up now to challenge. Into the turn they go. Rocky Road Hanover's got the lead, but it's Bulldog Hanover stepping up alongside him and now stepping by. Back into third is Which Way to the Beach, and Perfect Sting is fourth. Fifth inside to Desperate Man, then sixth in the backfield, Jimmy Connor B. Further back we go to find Better Sun, and further back towards the inside is a Buckabet Hanover. Next to last is Southwind Gendry, and issues in the backfield for Simon Says Hanover, who is plummeted to last. The opening quarter is 27-3, not enormous, but they move across the backstretch and chase Bulldog Hanover, who's got the racetrack, and he's got backstretch respect too. Leads by 2 lengths. Rocky Road Hanover second. Which Way to the Beach into third. Now first up, Perfect Sting fourth. Halftime, very sensible, 55-1. Going into the final turn, and it's Bulldog Hanover up front by a pair. Rocky Road Hanover tripping out in the pocket spot. Perfect Sting is first up from in third now. Desperate Man is lurking second over from in fourth. What a trip. Henry's mapped out for him. Back inside from in fifth. Locked and shuffled. Which Way to the Beach. Sixth inside Jimmy Connor B. Seventh and overlaid is Better Sun. Then it's a Buckabet Hanover. 3/4 of a mile, 122. 26-4. A big E-size third quarter there, and it's Bulldog Hanover coming into the stretch. Perfect Sting from first over. Rocky Road Hanover in the pocket spot. Still there at the rail is Bulldog Hanover. Perfect Sting off cutter. Desperate Man, and it's Desperate Man pacing up late for Henry coming on. Desperate Man on the far outside. Desperate Man. There's no desperation in those strides. He's a Pepsi North America Cup winner, and he scores in 149-3. Desperate Man.
So the favorite could be beat. Bulldog Hanover, not enough on this night. It is Desperate Man coming through at 7-1. Kathy Chikeen becoming the 18th trainer to win in her Pepsi North America Cup debut. And Jason, we talked about it, how women have just been cleaning up when it comes to this race. So make it a female trainer with the victory now in 3 straight.
Nancy ×2. Kathy, just like Nancy a couple years ago, yeah, making it look easy in your debut. And how about Trevor Henry? Well, we said keep the money right here in Canada, but it's Desperate Man with the victory. So the first bend, Jody Jamieson kind of floated out of there. You see him take command right here. He says, I'm going to seize control of the race. The fractions, not strenuous at all. 27-3, 55-1, well within his reach, but at this point, he's gasping for air. Perfect Sting takes over, and here is Trevor Henry, the 4th time the charm. Desperate Man in the desperate final strides to get it done, pulling off a 7-1 surprise.
And Kathy saying a lot of friends and family on hand here at Mohawk for the race. She was very touched by all the support, and it's just an outstanding story. So we do get an Ontario sire winning again at the Pepsi North America Cup. So Desperate Man joining, you know, illustrious company like Tall Dark Stranger from last year, Betting Line, and of course, Some Beach Somewhere.
And you got to feel good for this horse. He was kind of the other one, if you will. Another one that was sired by Shadow Play, but obviously Bulldog Hanover getting all the headlines, and rightfully so. But Desperate Man had been knocking on the door, and he finally kicks it down, and he waited for the ultimate stage to do so, a $500,000 payday, and with this, now upwards of $850,000 in his bank account.
We got some fireworks, and they weren't provided by the horse we were all expecting. Desperate Man, the winner of the 2021 Pepsi North America Cup. trainer Kathy Chikeen said that she was very nervous for tonight and that this is a ride of a lifetime. Well, I think she's got her fairy tale ending.
There will not be a dry eye in that winner's circle. That is for certain. And let me just drop these numbers on you, Laura. A $20,000 purchase at the Lexington Select Sale back in October of 2019 just cashed a $500,000 check.
Amazing.
That's my type of math. And Trevor Henry, you know, he's been on this circuit for so many years, hasn't had a lot of opportunities on this type of stage. Fourth chance turns out to be a winning one.
10th last year. He is the usual driver when it comes to Desperate Man. And along with his wife, Sharon, they're good friends with the Chikeens as well. And all four of them saying that's what's making this experience all the more special. And now, like we said, a little bit of icing on the cake.
We talked about it. Hey, if those two happen to cancel each other out, which is exactly what happened, it would set the table for someone else. And that someone else is Desperate Man. And you can hear them on the other side of the racetrack. I mean, there's going to be a big-time party in Arthur. Like Chad said, there potentially could be, and wow, what a sight.
And what exactly happened with Bulldog Hanover? Just ran out of juice?
That is a really good question. Again, the fractions, it's something he can handle. 27-3. I know there's a bit of a breeze out there. I get it. Half was in 55-1. Manageable again. He did pick things up considerably. 3/4 in 122 flats. So did use up quite a bit of petrol there in 26-4. But he just didn't seem himself tonight. If Bulldog is Bulldog, I think he wins.
Of all the nights, right? And smiles all around when it comes to the winner's circle. And Desperate Man just kind of taking it all in here. One win in 2021 coming into this race. That was the fewest in the field. And the second one came with fireworks.
And he's got a flair for the dramatic, because that one win you spoke of was in an Ontario Sire Stakes Gold event. And that night he beat Lala Shadow. Lala Shadow's a really good one for Doc Moore, but unfortunately for those connections, that horse suffered a foot injury and had to be, subtracted from the elimination equation 1 week ago. Desperate Man says, hey, I'll lurk in the weeds, I'll stay out of the spotlight, but I will show up and shine when it matters most.
And Kathy was saying, you know, this horse is known for his relaxed disposition. He was actually sleeping just before the elimination and, you know, almost extremely lazy. And we're kind of seeing that relaxed attitude there in the winner's circle as the photos are being taken and all the commotion, because there are a lot of people surrounding that horse right now.
That's a smart horse. That is a smart horse. One that saves his or her energy, just relaxes. We'll pick things up again just outside the 8th pole. So Bulldog's got the lead, and you can see his strides starting to shorten, and Perfect Sting takes over. And I thought, okay, the American's going to win, but here comes the other Canadian, kind of the Canadian sandwich. And Trevor Henry urging on Desperate Man. He knows he's got it at this point and celebrates right there at the line. Which Way to the Beach was a fast closing third to outnod Bulldog Hanover for that spot. But man, what a story. I mean, that's exactly why you have these races.
Well, we said it has been a big night for Trevor Henry, who wins his first Pepsi North America Cup. And here he is with Chad.
Trevor, I know it's just absolutely crazy out here in the winner's circle right now. How are you feeling?
It feels great win a race like that.
Talk about how it feels to win for these connections. I mean, all of Arthur, Ontario is going to be going wild.
Yeah, it's great. Like, we're friends, and I've kept my horses at their farm, and there's a lot of pressure because they're great people, and I didn't want to let them down.
And you don't show a lot of emotion, so I know that this is so special for you. When did it kick in? You knew you had this.
You know, when I come off Dave's back, I saw Jody's horse. He was struggling, and I kind of thought then, you know, I had a shot. Like, I know they're both great horses, but Jody's horse just didn't seem right when they come off the turn. And I know this horse can kick home, and I had him sitting a lot closer tonight, which was the plan.
Congratulations. Enjoy it, and enjoy the party in Arthur.
Oh, it'll be a good one.
Back to you guys.
Yes, the Chikeens owning a 45-acre farm in Arthur, Ontario, which is about an hour north of where we are right now at Woodbine Mohawk Park. And I think we can hear him celebrating from here already, guys.
You know what? I know he's got on Boston Bruin colors, but he is clearly a Tampa Bay Lightning fan. So his team hoists the cup again. And now he gets to hoist his own cup as we take a look at the final order of finish. The top four, not surprising, just maybe not in the order we expected.
It has been quite a night here at Woodbine Mohawk Park, and you know, everybody was in on Bulldog Hanover, all of us included. It was a clean sweep when it came to the commentators and their selection, but you know, that's why the race is run, and that was how the race was won tonight.
We can all have an off night, right? And for Bulldog, just didn't seem himself. Perfect Sting put in his usual strong effort, but the key, once again, Trevor Henry said, we're going to change things up. Maybe we leave this horse with a little bit too much ground to cover late in the contest. That was the difference maker, in my opinion.
What a fantastic night it was, and it's, well, more excitement coming because we've got a busy week of horse racing still to come on TSN. All eyes will be on the Fort Erie racetrack on Tuesday for the Prince of Wales. 8 horses on the dirt for that one. HC Holiday, the early favorite. And then another edition of Racing Night Live on